Well, welcome to Trainwreck Thursday, brought to you by goofy Colorado House of Rep individual Lauren Boebert. You know, that gal who likely would have been prom queen at her high school if she'd actually graduated high school? But she's actually a member of Congress. Yes, she is. And amazingly, this is a gal who is so savvy that she switched districts at the last minute to make sure she'd get reelected, just so she'd have the opportunity to do what she's doing in this breaking story in Congress with all that's going on in the world and all that is imperative. What is Lauren Boebert focused on? That wonderful little mind of hers that needed to go out and get a GED right before she ran for elected office. Well, here's a little supportive information on her to get you thinking about where her brain goes all the time. Take a look.
Madison Cawthorn, he said that he would arm wrestle me for this Kyle Rittenhouse internship, but Madison Cawthorn has some pretty big guns, and so I would like to challenge him to a sprint instead.
So Madison Cawthorn, he's partially paralyzed and is in a wheelchair. So challenging him to a sprint because you're concerned about his big guns and don't want to do an arm wrestling match.
And the GOP should form a select committee investigation into one of the greatest national security threats America is facing today. Because we have the laptop from hell. But I am calling for a select committee to investigate the law-breaking, crack-smoking, gun-ditching, hooker-loving son of a resident, Hunter Biden.
That the EPA has never obtained formal legislation, authorization legislation from Congress. It's never been authorized by Congress.
EPA is not authorized by Congress?
I'm asking you.
I thought EPA was authorized by Congress.
Now, I do have some colleagues on the Hill who have, just like me, offered Kyle Rittenhouse an internship in their office. And
yeah, this is an individual who wants to sprint race a man in a wheelchair, have Kyle Rittenhouse on her staff, and doesn't seem to grasp the concept of what Richard Nixon did in 1970 with an executive order authorizing the EPA as it pertains to congressional oversight, while also consolidating several federal agencies. Again, some of those things just require a basic Google search before you say them on the House floor. Anyway, in this breaking story, yes, Miss Boebert is now focused on underwater aliens in the ocean. I'm not joking. Take a look.
Congresswoman Lauren Boebert won her new safely Republican seat, but she is already back hard at work in Congress, laser focused on the issue that Coloradans sent her there to address: underwater space aliens. Boebert's on the House Oversight Committee, which is looking for secret government research into aliens and UFOs, which they now also call UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena. Today, 4 self-described UAP experts testified to their belief that the Pentagon is hiding proof of aliens visiting Earth. Boebert said, quote, "The American people are being kept in the dark."
There are rumors of a secretive project within the Department of Defense involving the manipulation of human genetics for the enhancement of human capabilities, hybrids. Are any of you familiar with that? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
I am not, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
Boebert was not done there. She spent most of her allotted time questioning the experts about alien cities and civilizations in the depths of the sea.
And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
And it seems like there's still some questions that we need answers to, and we will not relent until we get those to the American people.
There are a lot of things that I can say about Trump supporters, but as we witness people like Lauren Boebert being elected to the House and then being reelected to the House, and understand all of the people that Trump right now is putting in his cabinet, yes, There is no doubt this is literally a White House that is just simply what you recall from high school of a popularity clique. That's all it is. So act accordingly. Don't hold your breath for sanity. Hang in there. Onward.